I really liked them, so I figured it'd be cool. And a lot of the scripts back then were very open, and it would give the option of having a character or two in the background that were really unnamed and were just like a one-shot. So I would throw in a Sega character when we were allowed to.
And moving off of that since Estelle and some of these other one-shot characters are people you like to draw, are there any particular Sega games outside of Sonic that you like to play?
A lot. I like the older ones, obviously. I like Shinobi, Space Harrier, a lot of the arcade stuff, Afterburner. Once again, I'm an old school arcade fan, so I like those old Sega stuff. The newer stuff, I miss a lot of the old Sega properties. I'm looking for a new Streets of Rage, you know, Golden Axe, I wish. But yeah, definitely, like I said, a lot of the Genesis lineup, Sega Saturn lineup was stuff I liked, and the Dreamcast, of course.
Okay, the next question is for Ian. As we've recently seen with the teasers for Sonic Universe number 21, we saw on the first page that you had Eggman Nega, or at least him and his ship show up.
Right.
Is he still mandated off limits from Sega, or are you busy trying to find ways of sneaking him in every here and there?
As far as I know, the rule still is they don't want us using Dr. Eggman Nega. Now, that we have an interdimensional villain whose name is Dr. Nega and has kind of an Eggman-y color theme to his spaceship, coincidence? If I get in trouble, yes. If I don't get in trouble, no. It's obviously Dr. Eggman Nega.
Also going off Sonic Universe, is there any chance for Dr. Eggman to get his own arc?
I keep hearing a lot of that, and I know editor Paul Kaminsky is kind of interested in that idea. It would be an interesting arc to do, and I'm toying about with a couple of ideas. I don't know if we'll be able to do it soon, but the docket for 2011 hasn't been completely set in stone yet, so you never know.
And this next question is for both Ian and Spaz. But basically, this is just a quick little, what are your thoughts of this? So, what are your thoughts of this interview going on the largest Sonic fans site in the world?
I know Ian likes to talk, so I'll let him go.
Oh.
Awesome.
Just edit out some of my more goofier moments. Let's pretend
Keep
we're
reading,
professional.
please.
That we like to eat.
Next question is for Spaz.
Okay.
Aside from the occasional cover art and internal art, as well as the books that you've penciled over the years, what other credits have you done for Sonic the Hedgehog and large scale projects that you've worked on?
Say the last part again?
Some of the other projects that you've worked on that some people might know of?
You mean like what other stuff I worked on, basically? Okay. Let's see. Avatar, the Last Airbender, the cartoon stuff, not the movie stuff. Well, obviously now Capcom stuff, Mega Man. Let's see. Well, there's a lot. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of licensing stuff. Just give me a second to collect it here. Marvel work, different What If books, stuff for Nickelodeon, various projects. Let's see. Some movie work here and there. Once again, various projects. And a lot of side video game stuff that we had done back in the day when we were working on Game Fan magazine. We had done a lot of covers and stuff like that. So just trying to keep busy.
Nice. Very, very cool. Okay. Next question is for Ian. This is basically just us asking about Young Salem.
Yeah.
Is there any word, yes or no, about a sequel, miniseries, or something along that line?
Immediate future is no. Chad Thomas is actually here, and the two of us are going to see if we can't mug the head of the company and say, "Give us another Salem." Until then, we've got Sonic Universe, Mega Man, which was just announced, and also just announced at this convention, which is official as of like this week. We're doing Cosmo, which is an old Archie property It's about this Martian adventurer and his friends as they gallivant around the solar system and beyond. If you enjoy Treasure Team Tango, you'll really enjoy Cosmo. It's the same kind of wavelength of insanity, maybe a little crazier than that, and I'm really looking forward to get started on Cosmo.
Any hints you could give us as to what else Cosmo would be, other than any fun?
It's a lot like Sonic in that it's an action adventure. You know, they're going to different worlds, they're meeting different people, getting into various adventures. The tone is more lighthearted and comedic, but it'll still be story-driven and character-driven like the other stuff that we've got going on right now in the adventure line that Archie has.
Very cool. Next question is for Spaz. You've designed a number of characters throughout the years, both for Sonic and for other properties as well. Basically, this is a two-part question. Which is your favorite Sonic character that you designed, and which is your favorite non-Sonic character that you designed?
Let's see. Well, non-Sonic is kind of tough. There's different ones, but as far as Sonic character, probably one of the mecha versions of the original group. They were probably the best to work on, because usually the mecha tend to get really good press and people really kind of dig them. And so I'd have to say between probably one of the many Mecha Sonic iterations or Mecha Knuckles. You know, those are probably the best to work on. So definitely it's one that I like.
We also noticed about halfway through the Iron Dominion arc that you stopped doing cover art. Could you give us a little idea as to why that happened?
When was this?
Halfway during the Iron Dominion arc, the last 12 or so issues.
Probably, was that during the Sonic X run?
No, it was just when Sonic Universe was just starting out.
Last time you did have that yin-yang.
I gotcha. Well, you know what it is also, with Sonic stuff, I basically go where the editor tells me to go. So depending on who it is, if it was Mike at the time or Paul, if they had me on other projects, and there were some stuff, Mega Man being one of them, that they had to move me to, it's kind of at their whim as to what's more important, and they just move me around.
Okay, cool. Next question is for Ian. Bumblebee fans are going to love this question.
Oh boy.
You...
Yep. So I didn't realize we were going to is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Take care of that. Yep, thank you.
See you later. Yeah, you're stuck with me now.
Cool. So, now all these questions are going to be for you.
Okay.
As I said, Bumblebee fans are going to love this question. You've recently hinted that you've sort of... You've hinted that you've finally given in to Dubs' demands about there being a bit of nerves in the book. Any ideas or anything you can say about that?
The concession with that was an entry within the Who's Who for the Nerves. It will reveal what has happened to the Nerves since their one appearance. And with that one, I just had fun with it, and then Tracy Yardley did the art for the article, and it was absolutely hilarious and amazing, and now I actually want to do something with this stupid bloody Nerves. Dubs! For those who are sitting at home going, why Nerves? Relax, it's low priority at the highest. If we have time, maybe I might do something with it, but they're not going to be showing up anytime soon.
So no chance of them supplementing the Freedom Fighters and the Chaotix as Sonic supporting cast?
No, Sonic is not going to get a little nerve at that. No.
Also, in the last few months, we've noticed that on the Archie Sonic site that you've had a number of interesting visitors on the blog, with Bean the Duck tied up in your own closet, and then Eggman.
Yeah, that was fun.
And Eggman basically holding you at laser point
well,
he took over the
I mean,
blog.
Eggman's easy enough to deal with. I mean, you know how he works. He aims the laser, he demands, you let him have it, and then he goes about his way. I feel stupid about Bean because he showed up dressed as a UPS delivery guy. I thought something looked funny, and then, next thing I know, there's ropes in a closet involved. So, recently the Bumble King Forum got to vote on who would take over the letters next. It went for a little over 24 hours. It was very close, and it came down to a coin toss between Dr. Finitivus and Marine the Raccoon. And that session should be coming up in the blogs this month. And whoever gets that one, the loser will do the next round sometime in November.
Nice. So going off that, it also seems like the job for the Sonic Rider is getting a little bit of dangerous with all these villains showing up for the job.
Yeah, but I mean, I love it, and I mean, they can't push me too far, because if I, really get ticked off, I can just write that they fall into a volcano or something. So there's an understanding there. Little column A, little column B, little push, little shove.
So, now that you've actually worked on Sonic, nothing but Sonic since you started your writing career, how does it feel to actually work on two additional properties like Mega Man and Cosmo?
Oh, I absolutely love it. I think they kind of gave it to me just to shut me up, because I was like, can we have another monthly Sonic, please? I can write 3. I've got enough story material, please, more and more. And they're like, here, take Mega Man. It's like, oh, cool. All right, now I got 2 Sonics and a Mega Man, but I still have some free time. Another Sonic, another Mega Man. It's like, Cosmo. Make Cosmo work. It's like, okay, hey, Cosmo works. And I do something else. And I'm like, stop it, go away. So, I mean, they're just going to keep throwing work at me, and I'm just going to keep churning back scripts, and everybody wins.
Now, going on to Mega Man. Around Mega Man here, where some of us are wondering how you're going to actually be handling the materials for them.
Mega Man, and this is very early on, the first story arc has been, is in the process of approvals and being written, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but what I initially plan to do is primarily follow the games, because, I mean, with Sonic, when it was first coming into the comic, there was a great division between the Western and Eastern markets. You had the Sat AM stuff as the basis to spin the comics out of, and Sonic became its own beast. Werehog, if you will. No, never mind. Mega Man has had a solid story from day one. I mean, there was a little bit of difference at the beginning, but it has since been very tight. And what I really want to do is follow the story from the regular games, the Game Boy games, maybe not the soccer game, but the ones that have the story and they interconnect, and still have a little bit of room to tell our own stories. So while we will be having some creative freedom with it, I mean, we'll be putting our own spin on it, we're going to be much more canon savvy and true to the original than, say, when we are with Sonic, and Sonic where we just do kind of what we want to do, whatever else.
Yeah. Is the Mega Man comics going to involve an origin story?
Yeah, the first issue will deal with Rock's transition from houseboy to blue and cyan with a gun for a hand.
Nice.
It'll be Dr. Wily's betrayal, the turning of the Robot Masters, and Rock's pivotal decision to go against his programming and fight for the benefit of everyone else.
We're also wondering about how the Robot Masters are going to be dealt with. Are they going to be a villain of the month sort of thing, or do you have more elaborate plans for that?
It depends on how the story goes. With the first arc, again, we're going to follow the game fairly closely. So it'll be kind of like, here's a Robot Master, boom, here's a Robot Master, boom, here's a Robot Master, boom. But I'll try to give them a little bit of personality, and as Capcom likes to keep showing them up, it's not like they're going to just die off. That's part of where I want to go with the original stories, is after Mega Man defeats them, what happens to these Robot Masters afterwards? Where do they find their place in the world? Again, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. This all has to be approved by editorial and